Cute boys. We cut it.
I'm like, tell me your first drama was not Boys Over Flowers. Did you cut?
No, I'm just saying I'm gonna cut it at this point. Unnecessary.
Yeah, just keep moving.
Unnecessary.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Least Most Podcast.
Hi,
And
everybody.
today, hi, girl, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I
That's
am ready. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood today.
that's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm receiving that energy. As you know, it's your host Simi and
Tell me.
hiya.
Hey.
Okay, so today we have a very special episode, and this is gonna be our least most uncut episode.
Yep.
Woo!
I'm super excited about this because I feel like it can just be so unfiltered. It's kind of like just our little segments to kind of just tell everybody about what we're watching,
Mm-hmm.
the stuff
Mm-hmm.
that I'm just like, yeah, I can't be bothered to even continue watching this because this is a total waste of my time.
Yes, sloppy
And
stuff.
yeah, and things that we are also looking forward to watching when it does come out. So yeah, I feel like it's needed. I think it's a segment that's
Exactly.
definitely needed. So yeah, super
Yes,
excited to be rolling
guys.
this out. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, should we just get dive right in?
Yep.
There's no need to prep because we're not talking about we're going to be talking about specific dramas that is
Mm,
already currently airing. So by the time you guys hear this, it's either going to be finished or it's still airing. So we'll let
yeah.
you know anyway. So, we're going to start with this segment with stuff we are currently watching. Whoop whoop whoop. I don't know why I made that sound.
I don't know.
That's
Yeah, you made it seem like you were sad. Isn't that a good thing? Isn't that a good thing?
I don't know. Never mind. Ignore that song, guys. Okay, so tell me, what are you currently watching?
Um, there's quite a few. I've got a long list. But my fave right now, I must say, is My Unfamiliar Family.
Okay.
It is a heavy drama. If you're looking for something that has like more depth and more like more passion and something to really think about, like something to
Mm-hmm.
really challenge the way you see relationships in general. My Unfamiliar Family is a really good one because,
Okay.
like, I don't know, I feel like maybe it was a bit too close to home sometimes. I was like, yo, like, ooh, like, I don't know, the way the dynamic was in that family was a bit, I mean, obviously I'm not saying like their family was problematic. I'm not saying my family is like that, but I'm just saying like
Mm,
there were some things that you could kind of pick up and be like, sometimes your relationship with your family, a few family members can be a bit, techie, can be
mm.
a bit suspicious, a little bit like,
Suspect.
yeah, basically a little bit suspect. So, yeah, My Unfamiliar Family is a really good one. I'm really, really, really loving um, the fact that they're showing um, the dynamic between two sisters. I feel is also
Okay.
very refreshing. Like most of the time we see dramas, it's either like the sister's always super, super supportive or just not supportive at all, and it's her against the
Okay.
world. And so basically my Unfamiliar Family is just about this family who have who their world is basically like turned upside down because the father gets into an accident and then he loses some of his memory for a while, and then
I think you're spoiling the content.
I'm not spoiling it. It's just it's in the synopsis. He loses
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah, it's in the
okay.
synopsis. He loses his memory for a while, and it's just showing how like different he was from when he was like 20 years old to how he is now, and it just shows like the dynamic between the father to the kids, the father to his wife, and the kids
Mm.
to each other. Like
You
it's
mean
such
a husband to his wife?
yeah. Wow. Why did I say father to his wife?
You said father to his wife. I was like, wait,
Okay.
what?
Oops. But yeah, yeah, I really like it. It's something nice. It's a bit different from the the cliche romance that I'm used to. Don't get me wrong, like
Mm,
there's still romance in there, but I'm just like, do you know, like, funny enough, I'm not even enjoying the romance in it. Like, I'm just like, oh, let the scene be over already. Like, I just want to know more about the family because that their family is so problematic. It's actually not a
Oh,
joke.
okay. I To be honest, Tommy's been trying to get me guys to watch this drama
If
and is on
Simi
my list
doesn't
to
want
see.
to jump on it, she is missing out. No, you are. You're actually missing out. You're missing out.
I am going to jump on it. I have said because we are planning to do an episode on it, aren't we? So,
Yeah.
I'm going to jump on it. I'm going to force myself to sit down. I'm like, well, not force myself.
Yeah,
That's
I was
the
about to
wrong
be like, you
word.
should never force yourself because I am not forcing myself to watch anything I don't find
No, no,
enjoyable.
no, no, no. What I was saying is like, right, just to clarify, not force myself, but I want to actually sit down and actually watch it. I've not been avoiding it, but I want to sit down and watch it. But I do see it there. It's on my list. So
Okay.
it's staring at me and it's like, Simi, come. Let us watch together. So I think it's definitely high on my list of priorities to watch
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So I am, now that you've told me the synopsis, because you've just been telling me, Simi, you have to watch My Unfamiliar Family. Simi, you
Yeah,
have
because
to
I
watch
didn't
My
want to
Unfamiliar
really like
Family.
go in too deep, you know, because I don't want to give any spoilers. But like, 'cause, you
Yeah.
know, I'm queen of spoilers, but yeah, I am
but,
like I'm a
but
queen
you
of
told
spoilers.
me, like, what you told me now is like, actually, this sounds like something I want to watch. It sounds
No, it
saucy.
is
It
spicy.
sounds
No, it's
saucy. You know
actually.
what
Do you know?
I'm saying?
I'm not even kidding. Like that is actually spicy. Like, and everything just keeps unraveling. Like episode after episode, you think that yeah, you've hit the climax, and then you're like something. Then you get new information, and you're like, yo, like what
Okay,
the
okay,
heck
okay,
is
okay,
going
okay.
on? No, it's
Definitely,
actually
definitely,
good.
I'm
It's good.
jumping on that boat. I'm definitely jumping on that boat. That's amazing. So, my unfamiliar family, guys, do check it out. There is going to be an episode that we're going to be discussing more in depth about it when we've
Yeah.
both finished
So
it.
please, like,
So,
go
we're
ahead.
telling you in advance
Exactly. Watch
now.
with us so then you can also like, be able to understand more about what we're talking about when we're talking about it.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
yo, Tommy, let me tell you what I am loving. Yeah.
What?
Flower of evil. I am telling you. Apart from the life of Lee Junki,
Mm-hmm.
being the love of my life and
Mm-hmm.
my future husband, baby
Oh yeah,
daddy,
he's
and all
just so
that.
intense. I just find him so intense. Like the way he just looks. I don't know his eyes. Like this. But to
I,
be
I
fair,
love
like
that. I
everybody
love
loves him,
that.
so it's a bit of a surprise.
No, I'm telling you, guys,
Everyone's
I've
like,
already claimed him. Yeah, all of you that gonna comment for me in the comments or whatever, I'm claiming Lee
sis,
Junki.
do you know how long the line is? The line is long. Let me tell you that
No,
now.
I think he's actually seeing someone. I think the news broke out that he's seeing. I
Oh,
don't know which
heartbreak.
actress is seeing. Yeah,
Heart,
I cried. Oh, that was the
heartbreak.
only. That's the ever time I've cried for a man. I cried. Apart from
Seriously.
Michael Jackson, I cried from when Michael Jackson died, and this is
Oh.
the second time I cried. When the news broke, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Okay, yeah, guys, it's
But
not
in my
for me, but I mean, you guys know how I feel about my love, but I don't need to go into it again. Yes, and my love is in my unfamiliar family, guys. Before we go back, anyways, yeah, moving back to Flower of Evil. Yeah, go ahead.
that's such a cute laugh. It's all that made me laugh. I can't stop laughing. But anyway, yeah, Lee Junki, chef's kiss. I just have to say, mwah, mwah,
Mm,
mwah, chef's kiss. But yeah, so I'm loving him currently in Flower of Evil. Do you
mm.
know, like, yo, that drama, guys, if you have not jumped on it, I'm not the type of person that really like, I like thrillers, but this one, it just twists it. And you think like it's one of those ones that you really don't know what you're getting next. And you think, is he a psychopath or is he not a
No,
psychopath?
you have to give a little bit of the synopsis for everyone so people really
Uh,
understand.
Okay, so it's about this man, right? A
Yeah.
married man. He's got a
Mm-hmm.
daughter. He's living a normal life,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Or a seemingly normal life.
a seemingly normal life,
Yeah.
and then a series. So his past starts catching up to him,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's now, and his wife is a detective. So it's now the dynamic between husband and wife, where the wife thinks the husband is a criminal, or so they say. So you get that all from their first episode. So
Yeah.
I'm not really spoiling anything. So guys, you need to jump on it because I'll be there every Wednesday, Thursday with my PJs, logging onto my laptop. Oh yeah, little kid, and then you're like,
Do you know,
whoa,
I've actually like,
yo.
okay, I've only watched a couple of episodes, and what I can say about Flower of Evil is that I don't know, like, kind of. I mean, my friend said this. Hopefully she's not gonna ask me for coins for me to use her point, but it is what it is. So basically, she was saying that she's kind of sick of like another like thriller, another like murder kind of
Mm.
like theme, because that's usually the kind of shows
Yeah,
you
but
end
this
up
one's
like.
different.
Like that's what I mean. I tried to explain it, but like I mean, to be fair, I've also not watched. I've only watched up to like the third episode, and it's really good.
See,
Like
that's why.
no, it's really no. Like trust me, I can't wait to finish it because no, low key, I know for a fact I'm gonna love this drama. Like it's just like it has me all tense, like, and it has me rooting for someone that I'm not sure if I should be rooting for. Which goes back to what we said.
Exactly.
Was it in our first or second episode where we were
No, it's
talking
when we
about?
were talking about it was when we were talking about you and how we start feeling. No, it was when we
Yeah,
were talking about XX.
yeah. When you start feeling like, you know, when you start actually rooting for the person that's actually
You
doing
should have
wrong,
been
like,
rooting
and
for,
then you
yeah,
actually have to
exactly.
like question your morality and be like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, like, what's actually going on? Like, why am I rooting for the murderer? Like, I don't want him to get
Exactly.
caught. I'm just like, oh, but I don't know. Flower of Evil kind of gives me those kind of vibes. Yeah, like
But
I mean, it's
it's not another
interesting.
thriller. It's not another thriller. Like it's very twisty. The thing is that it's very twisty because in
Mm,
the first episode you think the whole drama is over. It's like, what is this? Because that's like the first episode. I was like, wait, what is this? Like, come on. But by the time you actually get to episode 4 and 5,
yeah.
that's when the thing starts getting the sauce. You know when you're cooking, yeah.
Oh
You
Lord.
put the oil, you put the onions, you now put the flavor in just to season the oil a bit, and then you put in the tomato sauce. Exactly. It's layers, baby. Layers. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
All right.
Like
All right.
you just have
Okay.
to let it stew a little. But
Is
I'm
it
loving
then?
it. I'm loving
Okay.
it. I'm loving it. For me to compare it to food, yeah, I'm really loving it
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
don't really I don't
Interesting. Okay, okay. I see, I see. All right,
but yeah,
okay.
so
I'll
Flower of
definitely give it more
Evil.
of a chance then. It seems like I might have to like put it higher on my list of on my watch list then because
So okay, for every episode you watch Flower of Evil, I'll watch My Unfamiliar Family.
that's not fair. You can't do that. You
I'm
can't do that.
joking.
Flower of Evil just came out. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not fair. I've been recommending for on my unfamiliar family, so do not do that. And plus, I actually want to watch Flower of Evil. It's not one of those ones that I don't want to watch. It's just I'm not. You know when you kind of need like a palate cleanser. I feel like I've been
Mm.
watching very serious dramas recently, so I needed like a palate cleanser. So yeah, like I've been watching quite a few like light airy fairy shows that aren't too deep. So
Mm.
so that when I'm ready, like I can now go back to my deep shows because I love a nice drama that makes me think. I like the heavy dramas. I like the healing dramas. I like the dramas that like you have to think like you have to think. I like this kind of
Exactly.
drama. So yeah.
See, this is the difference between me and Tommy, guys. Yeah,
See
see me like.
me
Let
like
me
in
explain.
high school. Oh my god, he has a crush on me, kind of vibes. And I'm here like, no, like he killed her mother.
Which is what makes the dynamic so interesting because whenever I recommend something to her, you can definitely tell it's my taste. And when she recommends something to me, you can definitely tell it's her taste. Like our tastes are so completely different, but we love the same genre. And it's just amazing. Like
Yeah,
how that drama works. Like
yeah,
right now I've been recently watching because I was telling Tommy earlier on that I've been recently watching old dramas,
yeah,
like old airy fairy dramas.
yeah.
Like and I was just kind of like, it just puts me in a good mood. Like, I just don't know. I don't know if you guys also feel the same that, like, it just puts you in a great mood and you feel like you can conquer the world because you just feel so much love in your heart. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
me.
Oh
Yeah, that's
gosh.
me.
No, like, do you know? I'm actually be interested to know like we should do a poll. I think we'll do a poll. I
I
would
have to
like
do
to,
a poll.
yeah, we'll have to do a poll to see like the kind of listeners we have. Do you have a lot of like airy fairy listeners or like actually no, that's a really horrible way to say it. Like I don't mean airy fairy. I mean like Do we have a lot of listeners that like airy fairy or light kind of dramas where it's
We'll
just
call them
uh,
rose tinted glasses type dramas.
yeah, or do we like the ones that go deep, like the
Deep
ones that make
down
you
into
think?
the poetic kind of
Yeah,
like
the ones that make you
underwriting.
really feel, you know? I'm curious to know like what our listeners really like. But yeah,
Mm.
that's just
Me too. I'm actually quite curious as well because
mm,
I'd love, I'd love people to be like, oh yeah, I'm like Team Tommy, and oh yeah, I'm like Team Simi, and it's like, oh my god, we have our own teams. Go
go by. You can even tell
soon,
by saying,
soon.
"Oh gosh," I'm really the Debbie Downer sometimes. I'm like, yeah, no, and
No, 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 no,
she's
no.
like, "Oh my
It's
god,
what
I
makes
did
our sauce
this."
like. It's what makes our sauce. You're the sugar to my salt.
Is that a way to say it? So
Was
I'm
it
the
my? You're the
sour and
salt.
you're the sweet.
No,
No, I
no,
don't want to
no.
be the sour.
Yeah, but that's why I said the sugar to my salt. So you are the
Yeah,
sugar
but
to
then
my
how does
salt.
sugar and salt go together?
Have you not tried sugar and salted popcorn? Like sweet and salty
Oh,
popcorn.
okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, that makes so much sense.
That's my favorite popcorn. Like
Yeah,
whenever I
same,
go cinema,
same.
guys, like
They have to
I
mix.
ask for sweet and salty popcorn. It
Yeah,
has to be
it
mixed.
has to be mixed.
Like
It has to be mixed. Salty
mm-mm.
popcorn on its own, the ghetto,
Ah,
the
exactly.
ghetto.
And sweet
And
popcorn
the
on its
sweet is
own.
still sweet.
Mm.
So like you have to mix it. A nice yeah, yeah. Oh
You
my
know
gosh,
what?
that's actually very that's applicable to our little popcorn ratings and stuff. That's really cool.
Exactly.
I see what
See,
you're
I
doing there.
told you,
All
right?
right
You're the
then. All
sugar
right,
to my
Siri. All
salt.
right, going on with the poetics and that.
See,
I see you.
I can be poetic, but
Mhm.
I'm very what romantic, romantic. I'm a romantic. What's it called? Do you know those people that see just the roses and
Romantic.
smell the
Yeah,
roses?
you're just a
Yeah,
romantic. That's it.
I'm just a romantic. I actually am. Like ever since I was young, my mom always tells me, "Simi, when are you gonna grow up?" And I'll
I
tell her,
used to be like
"Never."
you, and now I'm like, yeah, no, no. Okay. Anyway, right. Moving on.
Oh, I have a question for you, Tommy. I think it'll
Okay.
be interesting for our listeners to know.
Okay.
Um, it was in my head like 5 minutes ago. So if you give me like, wait, 1 second.
Um,
Oh my God,
I'm
I
nervous.
hate when this happens. I hate this when I
Was it
had a
about Flower
question
of
for you.
Evil?
It what?
Was it about Flower of Evil?
No, it wasn't about flower review. It was about drama in as a whole. As
Oh,
in like it was a question I just thought to kind of like show people our personalities. Anyway,
we'll come back to it when
let's
you
go on.
remember.
Yeah, when I remember. When I remember.
Hopefully, you remember.
What other dramas are you currently watching?
Um, I'm also watching Song of Glory. It's a Chinese drama.
Oh
It's
yes.
so far it's really good. It's about this lady who is how do I say? So she was a trained assassin, and
Ooh.
yeah, so she now needs to like kill the basically the king, and so the position that the king is in is kind of like a shaky position. So he's not like he's like the proxy king. So I think he's the crown prince actually. So the actual king is alive, but he's very sick. So then the
Mm,
prince is the one that's kind of like in control at the moment. So his position is still quite shaky. So obviously he has that the normal power struggle for the throne. Um,
mm,
but the thing is, it's refreshing to see that his brother, his younger brother, who's usually the person that would, have the power struggle with him kind of thing,
yeah.
on his side. So it's his brother's mother that's actually creating the issues. Um,
Ooh, okay.
yeah,
So it's different from your typical Chinese trope,
yeah,
fight for the throne,
yeah,
kill to the death
yeah.
kind of
So like
plot
the mother is
twist.
like fighting for a throne that the son doesn't even want. It's quite funny to see. And it's just a classic case of when parents want a life for you that you don't want. And they
Mm,
kind of plan your life, and you're like, actually it's like, oh, your parents are like, well, they want to live vicariously through you. And it's kind
I
of like,
hate that,
you
you
can't
know.
live your life through me. Like, you have your life and I have mine. So it's kind of one of
Mm,
those. But that's just the side note. And then obviously there's the main romance in Song of Glory. I'm not up to date at the moment because obviously subtitles are a thing. And sometimes, it's hard to get everything subbed on time. I mean,
that's the
people
thing with
curse
Chinese.
out, so
with Chinese subs, like when you,
Yeah.
especially when you watch Chinese dramas, it's just a thing of it's either you wait for all the subs to be out or you'll be waiting like endlessly. There's some dramas that you'll be waiting for like over a year before they finish completing. Like
So, yeah.
kudos to the subbers. Like I know
They're
there's some
working
of them are
hard.
doing
Yeah.
they're working hard and stuff, but it's very hard, especially when you know you love a drama so much that you're just
And you're
yeah
waiting.
yeah you're
And
waiting and
sometimes
waiting.
the ones where it's like a Google Translate sub
Okay,
and
I've never gotten there.
first. No, it's on some of the older dramas. It's like that, and you're just like, oh. And I mean, there's been a drama that I actually literally powered through the Google Translate subs anyway, but it was kind of like, oh, this
Oh,
is so horrible.
oh, I know what you mean. That as in like they Google Translate the subs.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I thought it was. I thought the picture I had in my head when you were saying that is that you go on Google
Oh
Translate
no,
and you're
it's
like I was like, girl, I was like, wait,
absolutely
what?
never.
So, if anyone knows where we can watch up to date Chinese dramas that are currently airing and have fast subs, like
Activate subs, yeah.
honestly,
You know,
please DM us on
yeah,
Insta, tweet us on
yeah,
Twitter.
we need it pronto. Pronto.
Like honestly, because there's so many Chinese dramas that have piqued my interest.
Yeah,
Like I feel like we need to let the people. I know we've been doing a lot of like Korean dramas, but it's just
yeah,
kind of like to break the ice. But we
yeah.
are going to explore into the other,
Asian.
other genres of
Mm,
dramas and countries of
yeah,
dramas. So, yeah. So we are lovers of Chinese dramas. I'm a lover of Thai dramas. I don't think Tommy you've watched a Thai drama yet, have
no, I
you?
haven't. For sure.
That's cool. That's cool. Like, so unlike Tommy, I've always branched out into other industries. I've a lot. I think it started like Korea was my gateway into the whole
Mm,
Asian or Asian culture really as a whole. And then I started branching into Chinese dramas. I started branching into Thai dramas. I started branching into Taiwanese dramas. I
yeah.
started branching into dramas from Philippines and and I think Singapore. Yeah,
What?
from Philippines and Singapore as well. So I've watched dramas from at least all those five countries,
So
guys. I
Simi's the
know.
veteran, basically. Not the newbie. Simi's the veteran. Okay, that's nice to know.
No, because at some point they like I don't know. I think there was a year that the dramas from Korea were just so dry, and I wasn't like feeling it. So I just decided
Oh,
to branch into other places. But to be honest, I've always been a type of wanderer type of person. So
okay.
I've to like want to try different things. And when some things come up in your recommendations,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I got into it. So it'd be nice to talk. Well, it would be nice to talk about all those other dramas as well. That
Yeah.
maybe give Tommy a first try and then see her reaction to
It'll
the dramas.
be
It would be
good.
funny.
It'll
It would
be
be funny.
good.
It would be funny to see.
Okay. Talking on dramas that we're watching, are there any that you've watched right now that you feel like, okay, yeah, I'm not wasting any more of my time on this? Because I feel like, yeah, because I have like at least there's one that I could definitely think of that I'm like, yeah, no, it's not happening.
So currently, I'm trying to watch Was It Love?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not. I've like okay, to be honest, guys, I will be honest on this podcast. I only got 5 minutes into it, so I've not really given it a fair chance. But my excuse, which is a terrible excuse, but my
Mm-hmm.
excuse is that I've seen some spoilers and
Oh,
I've seen
okay.
some spoilers on Instagram, and from what they were saying or some like mini reviews as well, they're really not liking the drama, and it's very repetitive, and I'm just kind of like, do I really want to start a drama that's really repetitive? Because like so basically it's already put that kind of like barrier in my head, which now I have to kind of like overcome and actually try and sit down and give it a fair chance. But right now my head is like, yeah, we're not doing that. So
I mean, I
um
started watching it as well. To be fair, Was It Love? And my reasons are even. Ugh, like honestly, guys. I think I had is it second lead syndrome or maybe even third lead syndrome at this point because the person that I like, it doesn't seem like she's gonna get with him, and I can't take it. That's the first thing. I can't take it because no, like I honestly like they're trying to push. See, yeah, I've started noticing that there's lately they're trying to push like these like leads that aren't perfect, like with the male leads, like they push them to be not perfect but still very lovable and that kind of thing.
Mm,
And I'm just over it. Like I'm just like, okay, that's good. I don't even mind a not perfect, because humans aren't perfect, we're not perfect.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's better than this really super perfect guy that you're like in real life you may never find, and just gives you unrealistic expectations of men or women, or whatever you choose to identify as. Like, do you get what I mean? It's kind of like
Yeah.
it gives you like a weird sense of expectation of some, like, of your partner. And but this time around, I don't even have an issue with them giving us like people that aren't perfect. But what I don't like is if they're not perfect and they want to stay in that imperfection and don't want to change. That's where I have the issue. And was it love? Well, fair enough. I only watched up to like 4 episodes. So I mean, it was
Mm.
still early days. So I'm sure there probably was going to be growth. But I didn't like the main lead already. I was like, if this is the guy that they're going to make the main lead, I don't want it. I don't want any part of it. I don't even think he's a
Oh,
good
is it
guy.
really that problematic?
Yeah, I just don't like the way, like, there's a way he treats her as a woman and he looks down on her, and I have an issue with that. And it also makes me feel like it's
Right.
okay and it's not okay. Like, just because, so basically, she had a good, they met at uni. This is part of the synopsis. They met at uni.
Yeah.
They all went to like this drama, like art, like an arts university. So like all the liberal arts, like, so like writing, poetry, acting, all that stuff,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. So they met at uni. He liked her. They were dating, and for some reason, like for personal reasons, she had a child basically. So she broke up with him, and she didn't give him a reason why she broke up with him. We still don't know the main reason why, because I don't think it's just about her having a kid, because we know
Mm.
that she has a kid from jump. That's part of the synopsis as well. um but for me, what I feel is like, okay, we understand that she broke up with you. She never gave you the reason why. To be honest, I'm a believer that actually sometimes you don't. If somebody's done with you, they're done with you. Don't need to give you a reason. It's like, it's actually like, if I don't
Mm.
want you, I don't want
They don't
you.
need to have a
You
reason
don't
to
need to
tell
have
you.
a
Yeah,
reason
exactly.
to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
want to be with someone. You're allowed to just not want to be with someone. It's actually okay.
You're allowed to actually just fall
You're not
out of love
entitled,
with
exactly.
somebody.
You're
Yeah,
like, even
exactly. It
if like you're
happens.
entitled to like just not want to, just like, for example, you might like a certain type of food, then all of a sudden one day you just don't like it anymore, and it's okay. Like, it's okay. You may not have a reason why you don't like it anymore. You just don't. You just get turned off it. Like, it's normal. Like, not to say that a relationship is like food, but we seem to always we seem to compare
Imagine,
everything to food on this
imagine
podcast.
somebody goes, they told us on Least Most Uncut Life, love is like food, okay? If I don't like it, I don't like it. Guys, that's not what we're
No,
saying.
like,
We're
I
just
actually, I seem to think there seems to be a theme with us and food in this podcast. But anyway, uh, but yeah, like, so I'm definitely a strong believer of like, I don't need to have a reason. And he basically was trying to be like, obviously he wanted her to have a reason, and she didn't. Well, she did, but we just don't know it. And it's kind of like, okay, that's fair, good, but like the way he treats her now, because he's in a better place than she is kind of like, he treats her in a very derogatory manner, and I can't stand it. Like, very condescending. And so because of that, I can't even bring myself to like him. Like, I know there probably will be growth, and they're gonna try and make him grow on us, but I'm just like, I don't want to grow on someone who would treat somebody else like that just because they broke up with you. Like,
Mm,
it's
so you're
not.
definitely dropping this drama then.
I've already dropped it. It's not even dropped. It's dropped. I've dropped it. I've said no,
It's
no, no,
like
no, no. I cannot waste my time no
scroll,
longer.
scroll, scroll. Bin.
Literally, I was like, yeah, no. And then, to be fair, I cheated. So, because there were a few episodes that were already out, right? So I went to like one of the
I love how you
later.
said I cheated.
I cheated. So, because I was like, the way this thing is moving is not moving the way I want it to move. So I just quickly
Mm,
went, like, because it's on Netflix. So I just scrolled all the way down to the most latest episode, and then I clicked it, and I was seeing a lot of like the main lead that I don't like. I was like, yeah, no. It's looking like he's the
oh.
main lead. So I was like, yeah, no, 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 no. I'm not watching this. I'm not wasting my time to go and see the person that I don't even want. Yeah, no. Yeah, so definitely, was it love? It is dropped and into the bin. One that I'm still kind of like on shaky ground with right now is
Mm.
Into the Ring.
Into the Ring. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's one I am actually going to start. I cuz obviously you recommended it to me, so
yeah,
I feel like it's something that I'm going to want to watch as well. Just to see. But you're on shaky grounds with that. So
yeah.
why is it that you're on shaky grounds with that?
Well, we're into the ring. Like it started off really good because it was like, oh, like a young person that's basically going into like politics and all that stuff because of her
Mm-hmm.
love for her community and her love for like the city that she lives in, the village that she lives. Is it a city or a village or a town? I'm not even sure. Maybe a town. We'll say a town. So, like it's she loves her like where she lives, and she has that sense of like pa- patriotism.
Patriotism. Patriotism? I
Is
think
that
that's
the
the
word?
word.
I hope.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, anyway. But yeah, so she has that sense of patriotism, like when it comes to like making sure that everybody's okay, like the country is good, and all that stuff, all that good stuff, which is nice. I mean, it was
Mm.
nice to see, and like it just shows us her challenges, like her not even wanting to go into politics in the first place. She just went in there for money, and how it ended up being like basically the best place for her to go because she's actually real about her wanting to make a change rather than all these lies that the politicians will tell you, and then when they get in power they don't do nothing. So it's one of them ones, and it's nice, but then I don't know, I'm just not feeling the storyline. Like it feels like it's dragging. Like it just
Right.
feels like
Okay.
it's
It's one of them.
dragging. Like and there's like so basically one of the like we get to know that one of the leads, like the lead's family member died. We know this from the first episode. I'm not spoiling anything. So the
I know.
lead's
It's like
family
I'm not spoiling
I'm
anything.
not.
It's there.
I'm not.
It's in the
So the
synopsis.
lead, the leads, the male lead, one of his family members died when they were young, and
Mm.
because of that, that has made him have a very strange relationship with his dad, who's
Mm-hmm.
also a politician, and from what I can see, like they've really dragged this issue. Like we don't know what really happened, and it's kind
Mm.
like I'm like quite far into it, and I still don't know what really went down, and it's kind of like, okay, can you just let us know so we can move on? And like I just feel like there's a lot of like little things in Into the Ring that I'm not really feeling. Like even the person that's meant to be her rival, the female that's meant to be her rival, like they're
Mm-hmm.
not giving us enough backstory for her. Like we just know that she doesn't think our main lead is good enough to be where she is. Like she finds her as competition, but like she's her competition, but she doesn't look at her as competition. She just makes her feel like she got a lucky break, and she was just lucky to be there. It was a case of like being at the right place at the right time or something like that. But
Mm.
and she messed up her whole campaign. Our main lead messed up the other lady's campaign. So I mean, I understand why she has a little bit of an animosity towards her. But like even then, like normally we get more depth in the story of like the antagonist. But this time around we don't, and it's kind of like, oh, so she's just being annoying for nothing, and we just it's like I feel like they're trying to make it still like have a touch of comedy, but then at the
Mm.
same time, like it kind of loses its flavor. It loses its flavor when we don't even like there's no depth to it. Like I just feel like it's dragging basically, and I'm tired of it. I'm like honestly, I'm tired of it. I think that's just how I feel about Instagram.
So Toby is tired of Into the Ring, but
Yeah,
she's still gonna give it a try.
yeah,
Yes. Still gonna give it a try. She's dropped Was It Love because, she's having second or third lead syndrome. And well, just kind of like conclude everything we've kind of talked about today,
yeah,
because this is just kind of like what we're currently watching and what we've dropped. So it's just a little mini sode for you guys to kind of see. And I am currently watching Flower of Evil with my with my love of my life. And I'm currently going to start my unfamiliar family as well. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Please do let us know if you are a sweet or salty
yes.
character, or what
No, I
viewer.
don't want to be. Oh, anyway, fine. It seems like I'm stuck with the salty one. Then, all right, then.
No, I said you were the sugar to my salt, so I'm
No, I'm the salt
salty.
to the no. I'm the salt to your sugar. Is what you said.
No, I said you are the sugar. If you listen back to this episode, yeah,
Uh,
I said you are the sugar to my salt. Cause that's the pickup line, innit? Baby girl, come here. You are the sugar to my salt.
no, normally it's the sugar in my tea, darling.
Is this you are the sugar in my tea?
Yeah,
So
you're
do you
the
want to be
sugar
the
in my
tea
tea.
and I'll be the sugar?
No,
And
it's
we'll do it.
cool. It's cool, guys. It's cool. Listeners, yeah, just let us know if you're the salty or the sweet. Let's know.
Let us know.
Let's,
Anyway, it was lovely catching up with all of you, and we wish you a very great day. Bye.
bye, everyone.
Bye bye.